Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're struggling with your short game, and certainly in terms of strike, this is the video for you. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Joe Lavery, I'm a PGA professional based here in the UK, and the aim of my videos is to help you improve your golf. So if there's anything that you would like to work on or improve, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to make a video for you. So today we're looking at that all-important strike with short game. So as a coach, I see it all the time where guys come in, really struggling with my short game, Joe, really struggling to get the ball in the air. I find I fat and thin it all the time, certainly under pressure around the green. And then you start to see them hit a few shots and most of them suffer from the same issue, and that's exactly what we're going to run through today. We're going to explain why it's an issue and then how we're going to combat it and give you a way to practice it. So let's get into today's video. So what I'm faced with is having to use a lofted wedge to hit a ball over a bunker. Now for most golfers, this is one of their worst nightmares. This is a shot they do not want to play, they do not want to leave themselves, although actually I've got a bit of room to the pin. The idea of hitting something over a bunker creates some issues, and very often people lose confidence and don't get the ball over. So let's show you what you're doing wrong and then how we're going to fix it. So the most common mistake I'm going to see here is players putting the ball back in their stance when they've got a lofted wedge. Now I'm not sure why this ever really became a thing, but pros at a certain point were teaching ball back, hands forward, and keep the hands forward. Now that works to an extent, but when you're trying to add loft or hit a ball over a bunker, why am I putting the ball back and de-lofting the golf club? I've chosen my 60-degree wedge for a reason, and all I'm doing now is de-lofting it, and by keeping my hands forward, I'm going to drive the ball forwards. It's going to be almost impossible to stop the ball short of that flag. The other issue it causes is when we look at the bottom of the golf club, we've got this sharp leading edge. Well, if I start to lean the club forwards, that leading edge now sits into the floor, and that is going to create the cutting motion, digging motion, which means that the club isn't going to slide through the floor, meaning I've got to be super precise with my strike. So when I actually go to hit that shot, if I get this wrong, the club has dug in. You can see I've taken a bit of a divot, very stabby, ball came out really flat. So what we need to do is we need to address the ball position. We need to change the ball position to a more appropriate area in the stance that we naturally present loft and we don't dig that leading edge in. So what I've done is I've just put an alignment stick down 90 degrees in relation to my target. Now a second ago, as you noticed, I had the ball just off the inside of my right foot. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this stick in the middle of my stance. Now, this is going to encourage the shaft first off to sit a lot more vertically at address rather than hands forward. And it might feel like the leading edge is sitting a fraction off the floor. There's still enough forgiveness to get this ball in the air. And now I'm just going to make some swings, and you'll notice already that the club is sliding through the floor rather than digging. And that again is because now I'm going to start using the bounce and the leading edge is off the floor. So when I now come to hit this shot, A, I've got more natural loft, but B, I've got more area on the ground that I can hit, and the club isn't going to dig in, it's going to slide, leading to the ball popping in the air. So again, I'm going to have stick in the middle, club in line with the stick, and from here now I'm going to make a swing, and you'll notice how much higher that ball pops up in the air and lands incredibly softly. The other thing you'll notice on the floor, no divot. I'll show you that from another angle. So I'm going to show you the same thing from a different angle. So again, we're keeping the ball position slightly forward in the stance, and it's going to help that club slide. It's going to help me present the loft through the ball, popping it in the air. So I'm going to take my setup, give myself a sensible lie just in front of that stick. Club therefore now is just in front of middle. I've got loads of loft. And I'm just going to let that ball pop in the air. Now notice how soft that ball lands when it hits the green. At most it's rolled out a foot, but when I have my hands forward and I'm driving the ball forwards, that thing's going to hit the green and roll out. So this is a really awesome way of getting the ball to land softer on the green, making this shot feel an absolute breeze compared to this technique. And I've got so much more margin for error. You know, I didn't strike that shot that well. I did hit the ground a little bit before the ball, but because I'm using the bounce, it allows it to slide. So my impact area now is about a foot. When I'm sort of swinging through, the area I'm hitting is this big. So if I hit the ball anywhere in that area, it pops up in the air. Whereas this way, it's that big. So we're making it so much easier to pop that ball up and hit lovely wedge shots over a bunker. So guys, I hope you find this video really useful. I know it's a short, quick and easy tip, but for many of you, that's all you need. That subtle change in ball position is going to make a massive difference when it comes to you hitting over a bunker and hitting your sort of target of getting that ball on the green. And also it's going to make those short-sided wedge shots feel a lot easier, because I've hit that standard. I've not even had to open the face. 60 degrees aloft really does pop that ball up when you get it right. So guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please make sure to do so. I really appreciate every single one of you that does subscribe, but also leaves me a comment down below in anything you want to see in the future. Guys, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you all very soon.